Welcome to your own in-home Christian resource library. Now more than ever, Christians are being bombarded by radical ideas being imposed upon us from all around, and it's becoming harder and harder to know where to turn for the truth. The result is that Christianity has not only been losing the battle of ideas increasingly in America, but we're losing our children to the world at the same rate, with 60 to 85% of all students who profess Christ in their teens abandoning their profession of faith by their second year in college. That's why the Family Resource Center website was created, to provide a convenient, reliable, and trustworthy source for Christians and their families to turn to for answers to today's biggest questions. We've gathered over 25 of the most experienced, biblically sound ministries in America together onto one central hub, so that you and your families can quickly access the information and gain the wisdom you need to build your confidence in what you believe and why you believe it. Our God promises success in all we do if we let His Word guide us in every area of life. So you'll find excellent tools on this website to equip you to apply biblical wisdom anywhere and everywhere you go. On your church website's top menu bar, you'll see this button titled Family Resource Library. Once you click that button, you'll find a menu drop-down listing several topics that you can choose from to explore in greater detail. Notice the topics we've included: biblical worldview, homeschool curriculum, Christian history, apologetics, science, politics, culture and media, marriage and family, and Bible study tools. If you're interested in biblical worldview materials for yourself or your child, click here and you'll find several ministries to choose from. You'll find a variety of quality textbooks created for elementary, middle school, or high school ages among these ministries, as well as videos made for the whole family and for college and adult groups. Any of these materials can be used for a curriculum to supplement your child's public education, or to provide an entire curriculum for those who are considering homeschooling. If you're looking for a traditional curriculum for any K-12 age group, simply click on the Homeschool Curriculum tab. And don't let that title fool you. These resources can also be used to supplement public education. Each ministry focuses on Christian-based materials only and provides resources for all ages along with help for parents just getting started. You can also locate co-ops in your area for recommendations and options for how to tailor these resources to your unique family situation. History is probably the most abused subject in modern education, with Christianity often painted in a bad light or ignored entirely. But history is God's story, His story. Without the knowledge of where we came from and how we got to where we are today, we have no context for what God has planned for our lives, and therefore we cannot fully know our purpose for tomorrow. These resources can teach us how to avoid remaking the same mistakes of the past and see more clearly how to navigate the future. The Apologetics tab features ministries that excel in equipping Christians to give reasoned answers when defending the faith. Apologetics is the intellectual defense of the truth of the Christian religion, and all Christians are called by God to participate in this discipline. Apologetics can be one of the most fascinating and exciting subjects because the more we see of the brilliance of our faith, the greater our hope for the future. How about science? Of the 60 to 85% of young people who profess Christ in their teens and then go on to reject their profession of faith in college, 25% state that their reason for doing so is because, quote, science refutes too much of the Bible, end quote. In the not-too-distant past, the Bible was considered to be the inerrant Word of God, the God of all truth and all knowledge. Today, however, many put their trust in science in place of God. We're told that the Bible has nothing to say about the complex issues we deal with in the 21st century. Thus, we should turn to the modern scientist to guide us in our evolution as a species. But the resources below will silence these criticisms. Here you'll find some of the most fascinating and cutting-edge videos that will cause you and your whole family to be in awe of our God, the Omniscient One. Politics, culture, and media. It is the high calling of Christians to be salt and light in a dark and decaying world, to warn and to influence the world for good. We can't do this without being informed of both sides of the issues. Proverbs 18, verse 17. The word of truth is meant to be applied everywhere. There is no arena of life that is not sacred to God. And when Christians allow the culture around them to suppress the truth and unrighteousness, all of society inevitably suffers as a result. The links below will keep you informed and equipped with the most current and vital knowledge of political and cultural battles from a conservative perspective, which in most cases reflects the biblical worldview. Here you can at least hear the other side of the story that is usually not presented by the mainstream media. Marriage and family. All society rests upon the foundation of the family, and without strong, committed marriages and families, entire nations will fall. The fact is that everyone encounters struggles in relationships in general, so we have provided links to several ministries that have years of experience in counseling individuals and families to overcome the most common relational difficulties of life from a Christian perspective. And finally, Bible study tools. Here you will find sites that can assist you in looking up Bible verses in multiple translations, as well as performing word and phrase searches, accessing commentaries, doing topical research, and much more. We have also included recommendations for books we consider foundational for every Christian library. The whole family can benefit by learning to use the Family Resource Library. We encourage all to browse around in your new library. There is far more knowledge and inspiration available here than you might possibly imagine. For example, click Science, click on the video to watch, and expand the screen.